Let's look at some index laws. Well, what does that mean? Index laws. Index is the little number here, sometimes called indices or powers. So we're looking at the laws that tell us what to do when we do things like this. For this first one, we're going to break it down a bit. We've got a squared multiplied by a cubed, which means a times a, that's a squared. And then we've got a times a times a, that's a cubed, and I'm multiplying them together. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a is multiplied by itself 5 times, a to the power of 5. Now you might have thought you had to multiply these two numbers, but that's not actually true. If you look, in order to get 5 from 2 and 3, you have to add them, and in fact that's the law. The law is, if you've got one power here, and you're multiplying it by the same number with another power, you add the powers. And if it's helpful for you to write them out like this, then write them out. Okay, so we're adding the powers when you multiply. Let's try seeing what happens when we divide. So I've got b to the power of 6 divided by b squared. Well, if we added with the others, you might be able to guess what we're going to do, but let's write this as a fraction. B to the power of 6 is b times b times b times b times b times b, and we're dividing that by b times b. Right, now I can simplify this fraction if I divide the top and bottom by b, and again, so I'm just left with 1 on the bottom, and on the top I'm left with b to the power of 4. b to the power of 4 divided by 1 is b to the power of 4, which is in fact 6 subtract 2. So our index law of when we divide is if you've got b to the m divided by b to the n, you'd get b to the m subtract n. Let's use this and see if we can work out the third one. Okay, well let's do the top first. We're going to add 4 and 2 and get c to the power of 6 all over c, because we add powers when it says multiply. Now, this is where people often make a mistake. This c means c to the power of 1. So if you're thinking about adding or taking away, that's what you need to do. Well, when it's divide, I subtract my powers, so I'll have c to the power of 5 as my answer. One final thing on my index laws is this. If I have any number, x, and it's to the power of 0, that is always 1. So 50 to the power of 0 is 1, 8 to the power of 0 is 1, m to the power of 0 is 1, 999 to the power of 0 is 1. If you'd like to see why that is, then you can watch the video I'm going to make on that, but otherwise you can just learn that any number to the power of 0 is always 1.